Back to working on this level editor stuff. I have a little level selector now. Not 100% sure what I want to do about it. Whether this will... Right now it's kind of an enum. I don't know, I'll probably change it later. So let's jump over here. I must have deleted everything from this. Or no, it got moved into a different one because of reasons. And then I deleted everything out of it, right? Okay. Let's work in Sandbox. Okay, so I need to add a object spawner, right around here. It's about 3 seconds in. Let's make it spawn. Oh, that's what I want to do. Let's make that window where we can select what actually gets spawned in this thing. I guess I could have like a button here. Yeah, so let's go to that window. Stop this thing here. So there's kind of the list of all those levels. I could probably just turn this into a database too. 75 references. Seriously. Okay. Level events window. This is the one. No, it is the actual level event editor. So there is the draw window. That would be this guy. So I have a button that's going to launch another window as a pop-up. And that window is here. So ship selector pop-up. I can probably rename this to something else. Spawn, object spawn selector pop-up. Object spawn selector pop-up. And I'll just have this option here instead. This won't be a menu option. And I'll just delete this hierarchy menu thing, and I'll rename this file later. Create basic ship, not really. Create. And yeah, object spawn selector, okay. Object spawn selector pop-up. Create a window of this instance, set its position and height and stuff, and show as pop-up. Okay, these are my Y positions. Kind of want to invert them since that's more natural, top of the screen kind of a thing. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, add a comma here. 4/5, 3/4, 2/3. 2/5 is, yep, 1/2, 3/5, 66, 75, 81, okay. Okay, same thing here. I gotta reverse these guys. this bottom, put it here. 80, 20, 75, 25, 66, 33, 60, 40, 50. Nice. Okay. So what does this do? Creates an object spawn trigger. It also creates like an object spawn trigger holder. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, now this is iterating over asset database, find assets in prefabs enemies. I guess that's fine. Type of object. Wonder if I could specify this type as this type. I think not. I think that's a special rule. Prefab selected, right? Spawn name. Space. How many should spawn? How many seconds? Spawn at end. So I do figure that out somehow. Spawn at end. So I need access to the database. So I have to create some kind of a level, right? Got to give this window some properties that it can use to know which database it's going into. So let me just throw in the database. So there's the level database, level DB, and the I guess I want to know the mouse position that generated this window. What else did I need to know? The actual level, right? So level, oops. I could get the level event list instead of the level database. Level event list, events. Events and mouse position. Do that. So I want to know these things. Yeah, actually, level event list, level events, and to position. So I'll add some properties here. Level events, window mouse position, and then show it. And then I'm going to go through here. Okay, all good. Selected Y position index. And then the X position is what the default value of how many seconds into the level. Where was that? That's really what that ends up being. Seconds, I think that's what that is. Seconds is 0. Spawn name. Seconds is 0. Spawn count seconds is how many seconds? Into the level. So this is really going to be mouse. So let me see here. Seconds is actually level events window. No, how did it? Where do I have that version? In level event? I think that's in the event. From scene position. I guess that doesn't matter because I clicked on a timeline position. Don't I have that here somewhere? Timeline X from time and time from timeline X. Yeah, that's what it is. Time from timeline X is. That's what I should just make it be, honestly. Timeline seconds. David Winsands. Super J. So this is really just going to be, I don't need this, I just need, that's what seconds is going to be. Let's move that around here. Seconds is timeline seconds. No, that's an int for some reason. And that doesn't have to be that at all. Pretty boring stuff. The usual. Yeah, why is this like a... I guess I'll just make this a float slider. Float view. So number of seconds starts off wherever I clicked. Cancel, submit. Object spawner holder. If holder is equal to null, create object spawner holder. Don't have to do that. Parent selected equals holder. Don't need that. Create a game object with object spawner. Don't have to do that. Don't have to create a game object with a movement. Oh, I do want those properties though. And then set it as the selected, so, and then close the window, apparently. Okay. I already have the list of events currently there. I could communicate with the window by passing a reference to the other window. Right, so I have this function, add level event editor. I can make this public. And instead of passing in a specific event list through here. I'll just say screw it, pass in the whole global events window. And make that a thing here. And now when I finally submit this whole spawn and end thing, I can calculate the total time already, I think. Plus equals 3. That's interesting. Okay. So window, oh no. Level events window. What can I grab? Nothing is public. What do I want? I want current level event list. One thing. Current level event list. Count of events at time. Get total time. There we go. Seconds is that. Add 3 seconds onto it, and that's what spawn at end will do. Probably don't even have to go that drastic. Just do 1 second. Okay, now let's create the event, the level event. So why did I call this object spawn? Oh, right, this is specifically selecting object spawns. Y value for enum. Why did I have to do it this way? Oh, okay, got it. Level events. New event. Pretty sure there's supposed to be a constructor for that. Thought there was, I guess not. Unless that was here as well. Add level. Oh no, it was current event list add. That's what I have to do. So that, yeah. Level events window, current event list, add. Type is going to be object spawn, and the time is going to be this time. And I guess I can preset some properties. I'm not going to get any components on anything. Okay. So I think this is movement velocity, movement Bezier, and reset curve on that. And then add this to level events window, add editor with this event of this type at the same time. Oops. Object spawn. It's funny that I don't just grab these values from this thing. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, but I also want to say object to spawn and object count is prefab selected. Pretty sure. Prefab selected is of type ship. But no, what? So prefab selected as a ship. I made sure that these things were ships for some reason. I'll work on that later, but I'm gonna go ahead and say object spawn trigger prefab selected and not worry about ship. That should be just this. Just cast this to this. Prefab transform parent is null. And trigger is not null. Parent is null. Why would it have a parent? Fine. Trigger transform parent is null. That trigger is not. Okay, I should probably put that first. Okay. Relay out button with the trigger name, which is really just the object name. Prefab selected will equal this thing. Spawn name will just be this name, spawner. Seconds will not be set to 0. So this sets prefab here. Movement stuff, add it to the editor. What else is going to happen? Real position, which I don't need to know. I guess I can set that on here. Somewhere level event.y position equals that. Equals real y position. Okay. That's it, I guess. And I'll just call it repaint. Repaint. And oh wait, no, add level event editor does the repaint. No, it doesn't. Window. Okay. Adds it with a couple of preset values. Seems fine. Now I just got to rename this file to be object spawn selector pop-up window. So where is that? That's called hierarchy menu items. So it's now called object spawn select pop-up window. Okay, so now in our level events window, if we right click, where's my context menu? Add event. Instead of doing this, oh, level event database save. Level database. Add level event editor. Can this just call a save? Can it just save after this add? I feel like it should save here. It doesn't need to save there though. It doesn't change any assets. Oops. So that's why it feels out of place. So I will make public the database and access it from here, which the file doesn't exist anymore. Object spawn trigger, object spawn selector pop-up window. So after I create this here, then I will save the asset. Window, database, save. Try that. And what I will do is add event, don't do this, don't do that, don't even do that. I don't even know what add params is going to need. Add params type object spawn, then I'm going to go for the object spawn selector pop-up window dot create, passing myself in, and add params dot time on the timeline. That should work. Okay, so I'll right click on about 5 seconds. Add object spawn. All right, invalid cast exception. Object spawn trigger cannot. Oh, if type is ship, right? So I'm going over all the objects. So there's that one. Okay. Cancel that now. Let's try this again. Oops, that does nothing. Or does it? Yeah, I guess it does nothing anymore. Okay, so now I have everything available to me. I want fighter. It's set to 1, should have been set to 5. Spawn name, Windows seconds. seconds is seconds. Oh, why is it all open documents? Passing in timeline seconds. So when this thing is called, okay, 5.58, all right. So now the first time I come in here in onGUI, .58. Oh, but it's when I select one, right? No? This is just going to iterate over this forever. Until I click on something. Seconds is still 5.58. Oh, was I just looking at the wrong property maybe? Let's see. Spawn count. Spawn at end is set to true. So that's probably what was happening. It's probably just, hey. Damn it. I'm telling you to get rid of the breakpoint. What's happening now? Yeah, that was spawn count, not seconds. Spawn at end, 5.58, so it is correct. Okay, so 5.58. Or spawn at end. I guess I could default it to false. I wouldn't mind that either. Cancel here, so roughly here. 5.56, spawn at end. Height, where do I want it to spawn? Let's say at the top. And 3, submit. So there it is. There it is. 5.56. Y position at the top. Right? Right at the top. Oh, the number to spawn did not get transferred over, so that's down here. Object to spawn, level, come on, level event count, object count, count, spawn count, level event offset, delay, spawn delay, y offset, y offset. option for a Y offset. That's okay. Right? Selected Y position index. Oh. Okay. Okay, so there's the actual. Oh, why wasn't the movement showing up before either? I removed this guy. Oh boy. It's gone and broke. Remove. Doesn't. Man. Context menu selected remove. Remove. Damn. Before I do that. Selected level event. Okay, selected. Sorry, remove params. Oops. Remove params dot selected. On disable. That should have happened. Level event list remove that thing. Remove this from my list. Save the level dates. And then I don't run into problems like that, which is now deleted because of some other code that I wrote. Object spawn. Let's do it again. Fighter 3.7. That's fine. 50%. And there it is. And there it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.6 would land on that white dot. Why am I allowed to drag this thing? And why is it not updating this guy now? Why did that take a while to somehow get connected? Oh boy. Editor code, man. It's got its faults. It's pretty good though. Okay, so now when I remove it, it's actually gone. It's not actually gone. Man, what is this? Switch levels. It's gone. There it is. I'm removing it from the list. I called on disable on it, but I never technically deselected it either. And then I could just dereference it. If I still have it, okay, so let's do like So now that that's the case, telling it to be disabled will do that. If I have one, do level selector, draw window. Okay, so if it is not null, is valid, do a bunch of stuff, else, oh, I should probably move that out. Else, set it equal to null, level event, last selection. I don't want to reference it anymore if I've disabled it. This should disappear. Okay. So now we remove it. And it's gone. Right? It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. For sure gone now. Okay. Kind of good with that. Kind of good. I'm able to do pretty much what I was doing before. Now I can take more of these guys and make them triggers. Let's say, for instance, this guy. So he just needs object spawn trigger. And manipulate this trigger distance to be roughly there. Is there anything it doesn't need? Auto kill bounds is still a thing, yes. Shift movement is still a thing. So it just needs to have a shift movement script. Why? If the movements are defined, Okay. So now what I can do is I can technically put this here. And there it is. Let's see if everything else still works. Oh man, no, it does not. It does not at all. What is new event 2? Is that what this thing is? New event 0. Oh, right. The level's loading like some other weird thing. Transform. Oh man, what is that now? Oh, right. I gotta get like a hook for when the game plays. When I play the game. Or even build the game when the game first starts. I guess that's in level manager. No. Well, all this stuff isn't even saved into the scene. So a hook like Scorpion, yeah. I need to be like, whenever you press the play button, I need to know that. I need that to be called. get the fuck over here. All right, so this window, editor, press playbook. See if that's a thing. Override or listen for editor play button. Is playing or will change play mode. Application is compiling, which seems like a Unity example to exactly that. Create an editor script to listen when the user has clicked on the play button in the editor. I'd like to make a script which overrides this. Okay. Callback function, editor application callback function. Is playing or will change play mode. Let's see what that is. Editor application is this will return true when editor will switch to play mode after finishing some tasks. When the editor will switch to play mode after scripts compiling. I feel like that will just always return true. I don't have anything that's constantly updating to be able to check this though. Let's see, let's take a look at this documentation. Is editor either currently in play mode or about to switch to it? This doesn't seem like the right answer. That doesn't exist anymore. Pause, play, stop events. Handle on play mode state change. Handle play mode state change. That's a thing apparently. All right. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, where did I create this? Oh, that's on scene GUI. Let's see. Whatever. Void. On play mode state change. Takes no arguments. And then editor application play mode state change. There it is. Equals on play mode state change minus equals. And plus equals. So why is this complaining? Deprecated. Use editor application play mode state changed. Is this not the same thing? And or editor play mode with lowercase m? That's weird. No overload for play mode state change. Okay, so play mode state changed. So the actual, okay, so the actual state is the argument here. There we go. And that is this function call there. There we go. I feel like this is going to work out. So the thing that I need to do is when it goes into play mode, And I have to make sure that on disable doesn't get called before it goes into play mode, or else this probably won't call because I'm removing this here. I can also just remove it and add it back right away. Don't really care. But what I want to do is delete all of my temporary objects, because what this actually is, this guy, this little bomber guy, is a fake. What is this? Oh, that's the level manager selected. Okay. This thing is a fake game object. It's not a fake game object. It's an actual game object that's in the scene. But it has all these flags so that you can't see it in the hierarchy, and it never gets saved to the scene. So what happens is when I try to run the scene, Unity apparently attempts to destroy it in some weird way that it can't actually do. I don't know. So I'm just going to have to manually destroy it myself. So I just need to know when I'm pressing the play button to manually destroy those things. So disable current event editors. Yeah, so that's what I'll call. I'll just disable them all. Disable current event editors. Does that do anything else weird? No, it just calls on disable for all of them. And then I'll just recall on enable. Oh, well, if state is entered edit mode, entered play mode, exiting edit mode. Let's do that. Exiting edit mode. Entered edit mode. Enable. What? I don't have an enable for this disable. Enable. On enable. There. Oh, not entered. Yeah. Exiting. Entered. Enable. Event editors. Okay. So now when I go to play mode, this guy gets deleted. Supposedly, assuming that's working correctly. Ah, he's gone. Okay, so something else broke. Some objects were not cleaned up when closing the scene. Did you spawn new game objects from on destroy? No. The following scene game objects were found. Gun 1. So I'm starting to think that I'm starting to have a theory here. Okay, and that is that when I'm destroying a game object, like, it's not in the hierarchy, I don't know what I'm doing. Like this, where is this thing? Bomber, right? If I duplicate this guy, or not, I wanted to create a prefab variant, whatever, bomber test. If I'm messing around with this guy, if I delete this gun, I'm not going to have this issue, right? So I have a theory about that. That if I replace this with this bomber test, I'm not going to see that error. This event 2 did try to run, and this guy like appeared randomly. What is happening now? Okay, so he disappeared. But it seemed like also appeared as soon as the scene started for some reason. Why though? Why? Let's see when my on disable gets called. Okay. either way. Play mode state change. Play mode state change handler states. So that means I'm either going to enable or disable. And what else is happening? I don't know yet. So attaching play mode state change handler. So I got the on enable. So here's my guy. Let's press play with pause mode. Play mode state change handler already got called. Wait a second, clear on play. So this happened twice. Entered play mode. So on enable got called again. After I entered play mode, on enable got called on this window again, which just seems wrong. I don't like that. I don't want this window to be available during play mode. And then entered play mode. So that happens after also. So maybe I should do it with entered play mode instead of exiting edit mode. Entered play mode. Oh boy. Okay, it's gone. But this window still gets, oh man. So like this window still exists or whatever, so I can click here. I actually can't. I can't select anything. Event missing or incorrect type. Oh, it's trying to run events that don't exist. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with that. A little bit. The other thing I wanted, and I have to make sure this happens during a build as well, that none of these things, these fake game objects get included in a build. This is really just for level design. I could just draw them in this window instead of the scene. That's not very interesting. Okay, next step is, removing these debugs logs. Clean up hidden objects, update current event list. Weird. Okay. On play mode state change. Oh, right. So the next step is level manager picking the right level. Right. It's doing. Where's the thing happening? Is it not level manager? Oh, right. The current level. It's just assigning it directly to whatever this is. So now what I'm going to do is, I know what scene I'm in. Can I get the active scene name? I don't think I've tried that one yet. Unity get active scene name. Returns a runtime read-only string value. The name was the scene name defaults to scene. The user changes the scene name during game creation. Okay. Load next scene. Get active scene. Return the current active scene in order to get the current scene name. Scene manager, get active scene. Is that the one that I'm currently playing in? Which will be used as the target for new game objects instantiated by scripts. Okay, that's good enough for me. So then I'll just go here and I'll say get level type based on the name. Get level info based on the type. Public static level get level type from scene name. Oh man, that's gonna be. Oh, I can just append stuff. So let's say string scene name. And then just iterate over all of these guys. And all the level infos, if scene name to load. Okay, so I'll just attach so scene name equals. Oh, I don't know though. I need. I can find the. Okay, so info scene name equals info.scene name load. Info scene name substring. No. Index of last slash index last index of, that's pretty good, /. So info scene name equals info scene name dot substring. Start index, I think, is inclusive. So the index of the last slash plus 1. And that's assuming last index of, I'm assuming this returns like a -1 or something. C# last index of, if it doesn't exist, it returns a -1. Yes. If index of last slash is greater than -1. Greater than -1. Yeah. So then it's that. And then if info scene name happens to equal the scene name that I'm sending, then return info.type, else return level type. Oh, not type, just level. Get level from scene name, return level dot none. Could do that. And I'm gonna have to test this to see if it works. So that's going to be whenever a new scene is loaded. Let's go to level manager here. If instance is null, does a bunch of stuff. Either way, I have to get the data, the level database, right? Unless I'm doing that every single frame in update. No, where did I put update? Update, here it is. Get events, yeah, so I'm grabbing the event list from the level database. Okay. So what's gonna happen is in any of these cases, I have to do, I don't have to reassign this. Oh well. If BGM does not equal null, audio source.clip, blah, 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 blah. And then go ahead and, oh wait, I'm destroying and returning. So then I have to do it in both. So level equals constant get level from scene name. I gotta get the active scene name. So I'm just gonna make a method here. Set level. Set current level. So what was it? Scene management. Get active. Do I not have scene management? How am I switching levels? I don't remember. Scene management. Scene manager. Get active scene. Here we go. Scene. And scene. And then level is constant get level from scene name current scene name dot name. Okay. So I want to do that here. Set current level. Or if I have to restart the level, set current level. Good stuff. I have to be careful of that. I just realized this has to be instance.level. I think is the right approach for that. Okay. Now, I'm also curious why he always starts in the center over here. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that I can do that. And that's attached already. It should have a breakpoint. There it is. Okay. So C name is double_sandbox. So I have that here. Index of last /6. That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, because I'm going over all of them. So the current info is level 1 here. So just gonna go past that. Oh, is that correct, by the way? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Info scene name demo, 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 sandbox. Okay. If these guys are the same, return that level. And now I have this level being sandbox. It should be good to go. Except event 0 is invalid. But it's the correct event because this is, well, I can't do anything. Because apparently play mode is preventing me from doing that. Level event is valid. Is valid. The type is object spawn. So let me just jump over here and replay all that. That I have at least proven that it somewhat works. Okay, now I'm checking whether it's valid. So this is supposed to be an event, new event 0. Its type is object spawn. It has an object spawn. All right, so what the hell's the problem? Oh, it doesn't have any movement, does it? Doesn't have any movement. It's movement type steps, and then the movement steps are empty. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. So let's add a Bezier curve. And now it's gonna spawn. I'm confident. And there it is. Chilling, flying. There it goes. And now it's gone. Beautiful. Why does it start in the center? It's not specifically in the center. It's center height, but not width. So is that like a square value? Where is that? Just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does that thing do? What thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 5 units? 5 and 5 units? What would be a position? 5, 5. At least why is it displaying there? No. So the orange thing. Orange thing. Is that orange? My ship? My player ship? Or is this? You see this is orange? I feel like this is pretty red. I don't know, that's just me. Oh, you just want to know what it does, right? It's supposed to shoot. It actually doesn't shoot. I didn't set it to shoot. Let me just make it shoot how it's supposed to. Just something like shoot movement. It's supposed to bullet time of like, what is that, 1 bullet every second? Gotcha. So I'm gonna assume that that will fire 1 bullet every second. Or not. cooldown time. Do I need a cooldown? If I have a cooldown time. Oh, okay. So bullet time, it should actually be 0. Cooldown time should be 1. So 1 bullet, cooldown for 1 second. I did get all the icons done. Gotta adjust the animation speed. Very, very cool. No? No, that doesn't shoot any bullets either. Oh, right, this one doesn't have a gun. That was my variation on the thing. Oh, right, that's the other thing I was trying to figure out. More stuff. So let me, instead of this ship bomber test, let's ship bomber. There we go. Spawn that guy instead. Oh man, you know what? Okay, yeah, so he drops bombs, right? That's kind of the point of this guy. I don't get touched by any of those. There we go. Does the game still work? Yeah, the game still works. Alright, I forgot I did this camera lead thing. Where the camera, like, is kind of in front of me a little bit. It's really fast, though. Yeah, it's kind of disorienting how fast it is. Okay, so I'm having this issue now, which is like pretty sure this has to do with like child game objects. I also have to do a thing where like check whether this thing equals a new thing, because I'm pretty sure if I swap them out, it's not going to actually swap them out visually. Let's try it. So there it is. It did not. What is happening here? Oh. Why is it doing that weird? What? What is this effect? Weird. Weird that it lets me do that. Okay, whatever. But it is a different ship, and it hasn't swapped it out. Unless I somehow disable and enable the window. Alright, let's stop this. So if at any point I detect that they are different, I can do that easily, I think. If I come in here and let's say I do an on enable call, no. Even in a draw call, I could probably do it. Box. What is this? Oh, that's just drawing the little box. Level event window. Draw window, right? And I don't want to draw window, I want to draw scene view. So if I find that object to spawn level event that object to spawn they're not the same object. What's a simpler way to compare them? Maybe when I spawn it, I can just give it the same name. Not really too worried about names of game objects. Or just give it a very specific name. So create preview object. Preview object dot name equals level event dot object to spawn dot name plus preview. That's a good way to get all the preview objects too, if I know that fact. So if that's not, if this is not the name, of my object to be spawned. Right, so if object to spawn dot name plus underscore preview does not equal to my preview object dot name. If I have an object to spawn. Okay, so object to spawn. Okay, so if I have a preview object and object to spawn, not null, then I can test whether their names are the same, and if they're not, then I have to do remove, no, destroy preview object, create preview object. That works. Okay, so there it's different. If I switch it back to the bomber here, there, it swapped it out. Perfect. Other thing is that when they have children, when they have child game objects, it seems like when I'm destroying them, it doesn't destroy the child game objects for whatever reason. So I'm just going to destroy all the child game objects first, recursively somehow. Let's see if that's a thing. Unity destroy child game objects recursively. Let's destroy all children of object. Transform this transform for each, destroy extension for transform and call it on object transforms you want to clear. The main difference is get component in children. Gets the first level children, but destroy should take care of grandchildren. In fact, this might be the root of your issues. No, if you're writing anything. You could, apparently, but apparently not. Because they are not destroyed immediately. After the for each? That's also weird. I guess it's because of destroy immediate. Alright, so I'm just going to have to do this recursively and destroy every object that has no children. I'm going to open that utils file that I had somewhere. Where did I put that? So let's see. Static destroy game object children, then self. Immediate. Destroy immediate game object children, then self. And I will pass in the game object. Good. Okay. So what I will do is say int child count, and get child count. If goes null, return transform child count. What does this give me actually? The number of children the parent transform has. Is that recursive or no? Transform child count. The parent is not included. Number of children the parent has. Between 1 to 8 bottom children that report to the above middle. Huh? Okay. Add 3, 4, or 5 middle children that report to top. Go to that parent equals my original transform. Okay. Add between 1 to 8 bottom children that report to the above middle. Okay. Transform child count, children, pick a random middle group and pick a member of its children. 0, go to transform child count. Has, okay. Go to name. Okay, that's a weird way to, okay, whatever. Yeah, so I'm assuming it does not do recursive based on what I read. So for child index is less than child count, child index. So what I will do is go dot transform dot get child index, and this returns a transform, doesn't it? Yep. So game object go child game object. I'm assuming these have to be valid objects. So what I will then do is say destroy immediate go child. So that'll recursively go down, and then eventually, once all the children have returned, destroy immediate. I guess I need no game object destroy immediate go. That should recursively destroy everything. So then I will just call that from level event editor and destroy preview object. Instead of destroy immediate, I will destroy immediate, so that's underscore details preview object. So I should never see that issue again. Or I will lock up the editor into an infinite loop. Not sure which one's going to happen. I don't know, it seemed like it kind of worked there. That's also interesting. This is a weird little barrier that it's crossing. I don't know why. Is it because the window's too big? It is because the window's too big. Oh. Neat. Eventually it just breaks because it's too short. Whoa, that was weird. is happening there? Yeah, I gotta work on that. Either case. So now I want to know whether or not entering play mode will successfully destroy this object. Okay, looks like it didn't. Transform child out of bounds. Transform child out of bounds. Like this child index thing? Let's just see. I want to see. I need to know. Oh man. Can't destroy gun 1. Okay. So here we go again. What is this thing? Ship fighter preview. Okay, does it have children? Transform. Child count 0. I don't believe it. Oh, that's this child count. Okay, go. Transform. What? Does it not have a gun? What? Where's children? Transform. How do I find the children? Parent, no, allows you repetition. Hierarchy count, hierarchy capacity. Up, position. How does it have 0? Whatever. So I do this, I get 0, shouldn't even iterate, and then I just destroy immediate. Done. Oh, I don't know what that is now. Okay, so that's a different one now. Transform. Child count 2. So child count 2. Eventually I will iterate over that one. Let's see. Grab this one. It's the cockpit. Go to destroy immediate this one. Comes in here, I got cockpit, child count, cockpit is 0, destroy immediate that thing. And then the next child index, who am I now? Why did I lose child index? Should be iterated to 1, right? Oh, okay, now it's 1. So get child 1. Oh, and that's where it breaks. Oh, right, because I'm iterating over the same array that I'm deleting shit out of. Idiot. Damn. Okay. Shouldn't do that. So the classic way to get around that is just reverse this thing. Equals child count while I'm greater than or equal to 0 minus greater than or equal to 0. I should go to child count minus 1, I think. Yeah. Remove the children backwards from the array. And then the gun is still there trying to get deleted. What is happening now? I'm stuck in here right now. Okay, pressing play. Some objects were not cleaned up. Go away. Why is it not anymore? Oh, I must have deleted the breakpoint. But I think it works now. So now I'm kind of here. Who am I? Transform, child count 2. Right, go to the first one. And this should actually be the gun. That's the gun. The gun has no children, so destroy it. Comes back here, goes child index minus is now 0. This is now the cockpit. Go in. Has no children, destroys it, comes back. That's all the children. Destroy yourself. Play. Some objects were not cleaned up when closing the scene. Did you spawn new game objects from onDestroy? I didn't. The following scene game objects were found. Gun, cockpit. Man, I tell you. I'm gonna make sure these things get destroyed somehow. I don't know exactly how. I do know that I occasionally call, like if I switch these, let's jump here, jump back to sandbox, should be cleaned up. I mean, man, what is this? How is this possible? How are these things in existence? I can check if it's playing. If the application is playing. Oh my god, this is just so dumb. Okay. Is playing. Then just destroy. No. Object, destroy this object. Otherwise, go through this crazy process of destroying all of its children. Because I'm technically calling this sometimes from after entered play mode, so it's bad practice to destroy stuff. Damn it. Mayday is right. These fucking error messages, man, I swear to God. Did you spawn new game objects from onDestroy? Oh my God. When closing the scene, so the scene was getting closed. I didn't spawn anything. Well, I'd keep going with this, but I'm out of time. So, thanks for hanging out, dude. I am done for the day. I will debug this a little bit later. It's not a serious issue, because it seems like everything else does get destroyed. Sort of. No, actually, you know what it is that maybe they still exist. Maybe they still exist. What were their names? Gun 1 and Cockpit? Why could they not be cleaned up? Gun 1 and Cockpit. Like, level events window. Clean up hidden objects, right? I want to do the same thing. This also does destroy immediate again. It seems inconsequential, but I really don't like it. Really don't like it. I will look at this later. In that case, that is it. For sure. Peace out. Have a good day.